Hello guys, and welcome back to yet another episode on the Matthews Motors YouTube channel. Today what we're going to be doing is kind of prepping all our parts to figure out what exactly it is we need, first of all, and what it is we will be returning. For example, this core support, radiator support, whatever you want to call it, it's broken. So chances are, what we're trying to do is hopefully find another one in the junkyard tomorrow, because tomorrow is this weekend is a discounted weekend at the junkyard. So we are going to be hopefully finding some good parts and returning the core support and the hood. We should be able to return. We may take that hood over there so that we can clean that out, and then this one will go over there. I don't know. But just so that we have a core for all of our big parts that we can get a core back for. For example, this I just looked up is $9 back, whereas it would cost me money to get rid of. So we're gonna get this all taken off. We're gonna look into probably just loading that hood up, and then we are going to be returning this white bumper because I don't really want to paint this, and probably just gonna be reusing this. It's not great, it's a little scuffed up, but it's got this little big dent right here, but it's not a perfect car. That will not affect it anyway. Trying to keep this one cheap, see how cheap we can keep it, and worst case it becomes a daily driver for me. I doubt that's the route we're going to go, because I'd really like a manual daily driver. This one is not, but I'd also really like to keep as many miles off of that as I can. So with that being said, let's get to taking. We're going to start with disassembling these bumpers. Basically all we're doing is, I've already done it to most of them here, as you can see it kind of starting to split away. I've done it to all of them. I left the last one, but it must have, I see it kicked the little tool here I'm using out of it. But basically all we were doing was these clips here, right here, we're in through here, these little holes in it. So all I was doing was forcing this tool inside of here on this clipping side, and stuffing it down in there, and then basically pulling the two apart, because this would slide on the other side of the tool. It was really easy. Looks like there was roughly 15 or 20 of those clips. It only took me a minute, not too bad. But this bumper we will be returning for a refund, because I'm not going to use it, because I don't really want to mess with painting. So we're going to try to clean this up as best we can, but in all honesty, it's really not that bad. For the amount of money that it would add to the value of the vehicle, it's really not worth replacing that. So we're going to take the bottom section off of the other one, put it on here, and then come back here and mount this up and see where. So let's see. The big question is, there are a couple of screw points down here in the middle. Should be this guy and, well, I think the two outside ones, this one and this one, that mount up to these little brackets under here, right here. I'm not sure if you can see this little bracket. You grab you a light, maybe that'll help. Where did my flashlight go? Just use my phone. So there are these little brackets here that mount to the bottom of that. We just need to make sure that we get those close enough to mount, because it did get a little damaged in the accident. So we just got to make sure that those mounts will work for us. There still needs to be some work done. See, that one there is definitely not bent in the correct direction. So we did bend it out just enough so that I could get the exhaust up behind it. There's still a section in there that's not complete. We need to do that. I'd like to get that done today. You can see it or not up under there, but there's a whole section of the pipe that's missing because the junkyard made me cut off the catalytic converter. So I need to take this one and use some exhaust butt clamps. So we'll butt the pipes together on the either end of that, which happened to come in this weekend, or this week. So here they are. They're nothing fancy, just a little cheap clamp, but it should be good enough to get us where we need to be with the exhaust and not have to do any welding. What else? We did pick up a tail light. So this one is cracked. The replacement is over there on the workbench right there. What else did we get? Like I said, we picked up the exhaust last weekend from the junkyard. And we replaced right here in the dash. That was pretty quick and easy. Then the last big problem that we're gonna have, to be expensive, is replacing this windshield because it is spider. There was a rabbit in the junkyard. I tried taking the windshield out by myself with the Harbor Freight set of tools that I had. You guys saw my last upload. And it just didn't work. I broke that windshield. So moving on. Trying to get it out. So moving on. So next we're going to mount this guy to that bumper over there. Should only take a few seconds. Shouldn't be too bad. Then I want to make sure that all my other, if there's any other clips or anything on my bumper out here, that we transfer that, and then I'm going to load my hood and my bumper into the truck because we are going first thing in the morning. So let's get to that. Alright guys, so here we go. Here we are. See, the bumper's not so bad, but it is cracked here. You can see it's got all these little scratches and imperfections, but it does have 135,000 miles on it. So honestly, it's really not that big a deal. If I do find a red one, I will 100% steal that bumper off it, but if I don't, it's going to be this bumper and this bumper, because this bumper looks really good. Only a little bit of damage like here, and a little bit in the middle, kind of this area, but for the most part, the only thing we need to replace is this guy, although it looks broken there. So let's see if we can't fix that. And then this spot up here is broken. So we'll see if we can't use a plastic welder on some of that stuff and salvage that piece, because honestly, with the right bumper off of the same colored car, it's about $100, maybe a little bit more total from the junkyard. But if I was to repaint this white one, it would probably not be the same color because it's 10 years old and a little faded, and then you'd be $100 plus the extra cost of the paint and the time. It's just for me, it's not really worth it at this point, but we'll see. I am still looking to see if I can find one, but I have not been able to really find many rabbits at all, let alone a red one. And unfortunately, it can't be the Jetta Red, because the Jetta Red is a darker, deeper red than what is on here. I just so happened to see one yesterday as I was driving home from work, so not really the same color, but it is what it is. Now, the part that we may have to paint is the hood, which, being a metal piece, I think will be a little bit easier than one of these plastic pieces. So we may give that a try. I think we're gonna have to, because I just can't find one. Can't find it in this color, and I can't just wait. So these bumpers are good enough to use, so I'm going to use them. So with that being said, I will load that hood up to take it as a core, and we will load that bumper up for return right now. Alright guys, so next what we're going to do is we're going to take our fender and we're going to mock it up and see, crap truck going by, we're going to see how everything lines up on a first try. So let's see how it goes. Alright, so we got our bumper all knocked up. I forgot to tap those lights, but regardless, what we're going to do is ignore the lights. And we are going to see where we're at here. So that one needs to come back a little further and get straightened up, and this one probably just straightened up, because in all actuality they really aren't that far off. So with that being said, I'm probably gonna grab a hammer and try to get that a little straighter. We'll get those straightened out, and then this bumper will be ready to go back on. There was a bracket that I was missing, but we'll see how she fits on as well. But overall, it looks good. Exhaust fits. All the hangers are on. We are missing this plastic piece that goes underneath. No, I lied. There is no plastic piece. There's that heat shield. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, there it is. That heat shield is the only thing that goes up there, and that gets sandwiched between the bumper here and this red bracket that holds the bottom of the bumper. So let's get that straightened out so we can throw this bumper on. What we got here is just the very bottom edge got rolled over this whole thing, and it caught this bracket which holds the bottom of the back bumper. There's a little screw point here and one on the other one, little screw point. So I'm just trying to get these brackets back to as close to the original position as I can, because really, in the grand scheme of things, this, where it got rolled underneath, is not that important. And I know it's not that important, because if I look in here, I'll grab the light as well. And if I look in here, down where the spare tire is, I know that none of it got pushed in at all. Just a smidge right there. It just barely got pushed in right here, but spare tire still clears that. So, I mean, it's so minor that it doesn't really matter. The big problem we're going to have is when it comes to this piece here. So this dent is where we're going to have our problem. I've already got the door. All I had to do was adjust the striker because the door seals. It just would keep the light on the dash. So I've adjusted the striker just a little bit out so that the sensor in here reads that it's fully sealed. So we still get a good seal. Striker still works. So we got that adjusted. That only took a few minutes. Just a couple. They are triple square bits. So that was easy. So next we are going to try to fit this guy, which is the piece that goes right here. So all the studs with the exception of this one. Look. I mean reasonable. This one's a little dented in. So let's see if what it looks like with this bracket. I got a new bracket because I believe this part was broken off. Let's see if I can find it. Where did I put that? Yep, it's right there. So here is my other piece. You can see the difference. That whole tab section is broken off, and some of our teeth here are broken. But this part came off of that car, so I'm hoping that this part will go right back on there and hold the bumper as it's supposed to. So there's only one way to find out if there's going to need to be work done here, and that's to test it. So let's do that. So this piece doesn't even come close to fitting. I didn't think it would, but the other one came off. It was pretty broken, but so the second one, and it started on the first one. Started on the first one, not through enough to start. This one lines up but needs to be pulled out. This one fits through it, and this one is not even close. Can't even see the stud. So we got some work to do back here, but that's okay. We don't have the right tools for that, so we will work on that at another time. So I think it is time to move on to the core support. Let's get that taken off and ready to go to the junkyard for a core refund for tomorrow. So let's jump on that. Alright guys, it is time to remove this radiator support. Shouldn't be too hard. I've taken out the bolts. But this time we're going to start with the bolts on the bottom. So let's go back again. Leave our tools right there. Let's see what we got here. Already taken those off. We need to take these off because they are screwed into the bottom. Those are probably an M8. Wonder where that oil is leaking from. We gotta find that. I didn't realize it was leaking oil, but I can see some on my floor. So we gotta figure out where that leak is coming from also. Crap. That is okay. Pour it off and we will get right to it. Alright guys, so we were able to get it all off and we are ready to go. Just got a few more things to take off of it to make sure that we have it all, because I'm taking it with me and we'll exchange it if I find another one there. So I'm going to take everything off of it now so that I have it for later. Yeah, so. Alright guys, so like I said, we were able to get it all off. We just got a couple more things to take off to make sure that we have it all. But that's going to do it. I think that's going to wrap up this video. Because we are ready to go to the junkyard in the morning. I learned how to take that off, everything that I will need to do it, and how to do it. So that's kind of why I like to take it apart here before I even have the part, so I don't break it when I'm taking off the next part. So on that note guys, I'm going to end it here. So if you like what you see, please subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.